Welcome back to the Suit Strixie podcast. We had a little thing saying only 15 minutes to talk. So in the first part of the episode, we talked about the NFL playoffs and my prediction for wild card. Now we're going to dive into the Denver Broncos talk, and let's pick it up here with where they stand and their needs and draft needs. So, the Denver Broncos finished 7-9, second in the AFC West. They're just a couple pieces away from being right there competing again and hopefully make the playoffs. So, it started out rocky 0-4. Joe Flacco wasn't the quarterback. That wasn't right for the team. And then you went to Brandon Allen. And then you went to Drew Lock, who I think the Broncos found their quarterback, and I'm very happy. I think he's going to get better and better. I think he's I compare himself to a Brett Favre, and so he finished 4-1 as a starter. The whole team finished strong and fast and winning. Only losing to Kansas City, but Kansas City was fighting for that second seed, which they got. Their key free agents is Chris Harris Jr., Derek Wolfe, Shelby Harris, Justin Simmons. They have the 15th pick in the draft. I think what they need to go after is a offensive tackle and need to get rid of Garrett Bowles. They need to go get another wide receiver to go along with Cortland Sutton. Yes, I like Deshaun Hamilton, but that's your slot guy. And so then also they need to go get a middle linebacker, I think. If they go get a middle linebacker, because Todd Davis, yeah. So you need to go get a middle linebacker to go with Alexander Johnson. So if you get rid of Todd Davis, please do, because you can play for somebody else. But go bring back Danny Trevathan. Linebacker's back, so go get him back. And then the free agents, I'm thinking, when it comes to free agent around, this is who I think that you can get. Number one, Chris Harris Jr. You've got to bring him back. You've got to find a way to bring him back. Second, AJ Green. I don't know. If you don't want to draft someone, why not throw somebody have AJ Green and Cortland Sutton with Drew Lock? Scary. Third, to replace Garrett Bowles, go get the Green Bay Packers guy, Brian Bulaga. You have to replace Ron O'Leary, so if you do that, go get Mike Apapati. If you don't, there's AJ Green, and there's another guy. If he doesn't stay in Dallas, go get Amari Cooper. I would love to see the Broncos get him. And if you have to replace Chris Harris Jr., I'm looking two guys at Jimmy Smith from the University of Colorado and Logan Ryan, who plays quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. And then another eighth guy is, I like Derek Wolfe, but what about if you had another guy after that, and you go get if LA was smart, and if you really want to compete for the Super Bowl maybe and win playoffs, why don't you go get a guy that you brought from KC years back to win the Super Bowl, Neil Smith. But here's another guy. Go get Chris Jones. You go get Chris Jones. Oh my gosh, that's a good piece to that defense. Then you add one more pieces to the draft. So then, when it comes to draft needs, if you get some of those guys, I would still be happy. But you got to go get Chris Harris. Hopefully, you can sign AJ Green. Or you got to go get some offense help. And then we turn to the draft. My prospects I'm looking at for the Broncos is number one on the list is Isaiah Simmons, linebacker / safety from Clemson, who I got the pleasure to watch him. Some of the games I got to see, but I was watching how fast and quick he is against Ohio State in the past game on Saturday. Man, if we could get a guy like that, probably could shut down Travis Kelce, shut down our covering the tight ends problems that we've had for 4 seasons as we've had history. So if we do that, I am so happy. And then if you go and then you look at some of the offense angle, there's Cree Humphrey, Oklahoma, Prince, Tigi, Oahu. Now that's the guy name. If you don't choose to sign any wide receivers, go after and maybe Laviska Shenault you want to draft, or T. Higgins from Clemson. Those two guys I'm looking at. And then later, go get some depth. Look at Antonio Winfrey Jr., safety. That kind of guy. If you know that name, his dad used to be a DB for the Vikings. He played for other teams, but I recently know he was playing for the Vikings. And his dad was pretty good, so hopefully maybe he'll be turned out being just like his dad. It's promising as Lock has been. The expectation is going to be with a full healthy roster and assist. The Broncos coming up this offseason, they have $85 million in the cap. When cuts, when they have to do their cuts and tough decisions. They've got top 5 in draft choices, so this team will make a shot, make some noise in 2020. In order to do that, the Broncos they have to get all those guys who were hurt, gotta get healthy. They need to bring in some big money free agents. The guys that they brought here, Bryce Callahan, Juwan James, they have to show up in 2020. If they can nail 2020 free agency and nail in the draft, the Broncos are right there to compete. They're right there to compete at KC, right there to compete for a playoff spot. And that's all that matters. So if the Broncos do that, I'm so going to be happy. So it's all on Elway. It's all on Elway. If Elway does his thing and fix the things he did to get to how we win Super Bowl 50 and tweak whatever and he'll help us get to playoffs. Ooh, and then Bronco country will be okay. We won't be crying about Elway. Yes, we were in rebuild mode, and now look what he does. He made a great team. He found that quarterback. But before I sign off on this first episode, I do want to play you a song called "The 2020 Vision" by Mad Fanatic. Take a listen.
2020 vision.
Man, we got some beeping going on, so I don't know what's going on with the beep.
I got business for the squad in 2020. See that never brought the future looking bright. 2020 vision. I got business for the squad in 2020. And look, I don't see no losing in our sights. Franchise QB, top tier T. Big dogs at wide receiver and Phillip Lindsay is a beast. Juwan James coming back. Hallahan coming back. These last jobs been hit. This year we got Maffin, and we looking like a shot.